What's going on in the housing market in New Brunswick? And what does this mean for buyers and the sellers in today's housing market? Interest rates are on the rise and the market is shifting quickly. Buyers are leaving the market and the sellers are coming into it. If you own a home or if you are planning to buy anytime soon, you will want to hear what will I say about the housing market in New Brunswick. Hi, this is Coco Kenny with Cherry Blossom Real Estate with the eXp Realty. I am a real estate agent in Fredericton, New Brunswick. So, housing market in Canada is cooling down considerably. The real estate market in New Brunswick has been changing so quickly for the last couple of years. It is so crazy how high houses are selling here in New Brunswick. Let's see how much houses are selling in New Brunswick. The benchmark price for single-family home was $274,200 in October in 2022, increasing by 11.5% on a year-over-year basis in October. Comes to Fredericton, it was $286,200 in October 2022, increased by 14.6% on a year-over-year basis in October. So, housing market in New Brunswick is still going strong. I see the cool down with some area, for example, outskirts the city with not moving in ready or higher price point, but the price point of around $170,000 to $250,000 is still selling above the listing price. One of the factors of this is because of interest rates increase. Some buyers are losing buying power due to this and they are lowering their budget. In result of that, price point of between $170,000 and $250,000 in decent shape of the houses are going above asking price. Especially the house with granny suites or rental opportunities are also very popular. And I want to mention one thing to people thinking to move to New Brunswick and buy a house. Yes, it is affordable to purchase a house in New Brunswick compared to bigger cities in Canada. But as I mentioned, average home price in New Brunswick in October was $287,600. So I want you to have an idea of a realistic budget. If you want to buy a house with a garage, with a big land, waterfront, within 15 minutes from the city, 3+ bedrooms with 1.5 bath, you will not be able to find a house with a $200,000 budget. I am not saying it is not possible to buy a house in New Brunswick in $200,000, but it will not be a castle inside the city. So far, the last 10 years, we have known nothing but the upward trend in the housing market. But especially just within 2 years, we've seen a spike with the home value appreciation. And all it is just comes down to a basic supply and demand with stay-home owners in 2020. So many people realize that they need more space either for work or entertaining their children at home, educating their children at home. And of course, we had such a low interest rate starting 2020 and 2021 that again put so many buyers that has been waiting in the right moment to buy. Undersupply home building by the builders cause apartment rent increase, and that cause senior not to sell their homes. All of this drive home value increase in New Brunswick. In interest rate hiking in Canada, and this is really unfortunate for some buyers. They have had to start looking at the lower price range to be able to stay home that they can fit within their monthly budget, like I mentioned before, or they stop looking completely and save up for more money, so they will be able to buy a home that they truly love. If you're waiting to housing market to cool down more in New Brunswick, I think you're gonna be correcting the dust. Right now, we are seeing the sign of housing market to cool down, but I don't think the listing price will not come down. New Brunswick housing market just did a catch up compared to other provinces in Canada for last 2 years, and I don't think it will not change. I think what will change is that we will not see 15 or 20, sometimes 30 multiple offers as much as 2020 or 2021, which is driving a purchase price high. The multiple offers frenzy of late 2020 into 2021, even early 2022, has subsided significantly unless you're looking the lowest price range for single family home in whatever area you're looking. Then you might encounter some other buyer, but if you are looking more like 5 multiple offers, not 20 to 30 multiple offers. Alright, then what will happen if you want or need to sell a home? Well, if you want to sell your home today, you will have to sell the market that you are in. But if you own that home for many years or many decades, you are still going to sell it for a quite bit of profit. We know the prices for years have been climbing, especially in the desirable area. So you are still going to make a good profit. Just maybe you may have missed out on market that big profit in February or March in 2022. But on the other hand, when you go buy something that will also be depressed in price, so it's not likely losing every way. The interest rate hikes have aided in the market normalizing, which may seem all doom and gloom. But if we compare it to how hard it was for the average buyer's purchasing power to have the ability to even get into a home with all the competition, it's not as bad as the news make it seem. So truly for the last 2 years has just been a little bit extra for you, but you have been diligently saving your money to buy a home. This market that we are in right now allows you that time to breathe and make that decision and know it is a good one. Unless, again, you are looking at something that is listed below the market value at a lower price point for that area, then you are still going to see multiple offers, and I am going to recommend you don't wait around. And if you're thinking about the housing market is going back to prior to 2020 in New Brunswick, remember, every day people are still going to be moving for things like marriage, having a new baby, retiring, divorce, get a new job. People are looking to relocate to New Brunswick. People are gonna continue to drawn into New Brunswick because of our friendly culture, great outdoor, and so much more. If you want to know more about New Brunswick, please download my relocation guide or send me an email to coco@cherryblossomrealestate.ca. Really looking forward to hear from you. Please comment and like and subscribe, and I will see you at the next video.